Yeah.
I think.
I always think that it's interesting because I think it's like that feeling of like, I don't know what the right definition of a startup is, but the way I like to think about it, at least something which has not been proven, like as compared to a regular business, which has
Yeah.
been proven, and you have it's someone has done it in the past, like that particular idea, and all you're doing is you're just coming up with your example. You're starting a restaurant, right? It's like what you controllable you have is the food, the location, all that stuff, right? But it's been done in the past. Like someone has made a restaurant, people want to eat food. It's the hypothesis is confirmed, right? But as a
Right.
startup, you don't, right? And so I find that whole thing of like the rush with the startup, it's such a crazy one because it's like something which is a challenge, it's this problem solving where I think only certain kind of people could enjoy this, like as in that kind of rush of like, uh, like going at it, and it's a lot of failure. Obviously, it's hard, it's lonely, and as you said, unless you enjoy the ride, um, like in the first one when I did my first one, like my mindset was only to go chase the money, and it was such a bad ride in that sense. A lot of good came out of it, but and there was a lot of growth, but like it was such a hard time because of that whole thing. So I'm sure like now the example, the one you're building right now, for example, like you really you're building it because you saw that pain point yourself while in your own startup, and you were like,
Right.
okay, it's going to be fun to build this.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I feel like if you can experience, whatever problem you're solving, the closer it is to home, the better, I feel like, because, it is so unpredictable sometimes, and it's really tempting to just say, screw it, I'm going to move on.
Yep.
Maybe I'll try a different idea, or maybe I'll take a break. And so if you really are connected to the problem, you'll be more likely to, persevere, which is, sort of the number one, I think, contributing factor to success with startups is just like kind of not giving up. And so, yeah, I think that's helpful to be really connected to it.
That was Justin Khan's first line when we were in the YC batch. He basically said, "If you survive, you'll thrive." That was his first line to us. I still remember that.
That's pretty good.
Like that's a tattoo material right there. Someone could get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What has been your biggest challenge in your startup journey so far? Because you've been doing it for a
Yeah.
while now, so you have had a lot of challenges.
I think it's yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know. There's so many. It's like it's just a roller coaster.
Yep.
Even if I don't know, maybe a roller coaster is a good analogy because like even if when the drop is coming, like you still get that feeling from the drop of the roller coaster, right? You still get the rush, from these things, even if you know what's coming. I think it's the same with starting a company. Like, there's going to be ups and downs, but you're still affected by them. So everything from like, a marketing campaign that goes bad or goes really well, you have those like dramatic emotional swings. And so trying to like disconnect yourself personally from those things that happen with your company is hard. I don't know. I've tried different ways to try to do that or think that I can do that, but then you're just inevitably affected by it. And so you just kind of either have to learn how to enjoy the ride,
Yep.
or like proactively try not to like get too tied up in it.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it ever get easier?
I don't know. I mean, it's, yeah, no, I don't think so. I think I think more, right?
Yep.
More, you're like, but it's still hard to get customers, right? I mean,
Yep.
You learn different strategies and you can try different things. You have more tools,
Yep.
but it's still challenging for sure. Yeah.